Hello and welcome to my garage. Normally there's a car parked in here. I have green screen suspended, I have lights suspended, I have ground lights, and as you can see we then have umbrella lights here, umbrella lights there, and then we have an object light. I'm just looking under it. As you can see, it's a little bit in the way, but certainly we have to think of where we're going to position this in relationship to the green screen. Looking at the green screen, you can see that there's a few wrinkles on it, and I could possibly pull that out with a little bit more side tension, but what I've got is extending poles at the top and the bottom, and I've stretched it out using clamps. I could possibly stretch it up a little bit more in the middle, which I'll do in a moment, but this is just to show you how the lights work. So if we turn on the first lot of lights, you can see an enormous difference immediately. So I've got strip LED. If I try and show you these, it's maybe a little bit hard, but in essence, that's what I've done. I've just put a strip of LED inside some wooden mouldings and put it on the ground, got a little bracket, I angle it up like so, and that illuminates. And then up the top I've got a second LED. The side lights are really to kill shadows, because if I stand here and walk along, move my arm, you can see that there's quite a shadow. Now at the moment I'm just on P mode, so the time in the camera is probably going to be, I suspect, something like a 50th of a second per shot. If you do that at 50th of a second on the green screen, we will probably get a little bit of blur. Blur is bad news on green screen. So if I'm going to move around on a green screen, I need to put the time up so that it's shooting at preferably 1/125th of a second. Okay, let's turn on the umbrella lights. Okay, umbrella lights. You'll see that there's still going to be a shadow because I cannot, in my garage, get these umbrella lights close enough. I will try and we'll see what difference it makes. Now, I don't know if there's much of a shadow there. We will see. But the good news is, with the software that we use, we can just about take a selection of any gradients in the light that may be cast onto the green screen. Now, I'm then going to sit down with my fill light on. I'll just turn that off and on again. Off. On. With the fill object light, you can move that back. I can put it in different positions, but I've generally found that this is good. With the object light, it's made up of LED strips, but I do have a transformer with a voltage regulator. They're 12 volt LEDs, but I can turn it down to 8, which is another nice way of turning down the volume. Now with audio, you can see here, I have a little lapel microphone. This is actually a radio transmitting microphone. And here in my pocket, I have a small transmitter. I'll turn off this object light. I hope you can perhaps see it a little bit better if I come up closer to the camera. You can see there that this is the transmitter. It has a blue light. Here's the receiver, which is plugged into the camera. And when those blue lights are both on, it's synced. Gain can be set up or down. And the beauty is you can quickly put it in your pocket, pull it out if you need to change gain. I don't know exactly what distance these things really do work over. I've used them out in the bush recording bird sounds, and they work well for up to 15 metres. I haven't gone beyond that. So if I was to sit here, there we go. I'm now ready for my green screen. Turn on the object light, and all I have to do now is change the camera over to manual mode, which I'm going to do because I like to have it on manual with a fixed focus. Otherwise, if I move, I worry that the focus is going to sort of start to track. And the other thing that I like to do is in manual mode set the frame time to less than 1/125th of a second. Obviously, in this view we've got the whole garage. We only want the object and the green screen. We don't want to be photographing the lights. So let's give it a try. The question is whether there is any blurring. I'll just wave my hand. If it's at less than 1/25th of a second, we may get blurring. So we may have to go over to manual mode. At the moment I'm shooting in program mode. Welcome to my garage. I have behind me a green screen. With the green screen I've got the camera set on manual. Nice fast time for each frame so we don't get blurring. We want sharp images. We want diffuse light on the background. And when we press that chroma key, we want that green background to disappear. The whole idea about green screening is to have the object in the forefront. The green screen goes and we can project a sharp image behind me without losing any sharpness between the foreground and the background image. The only problem with this background image is that this guy's working a bit slow. So what we will do is project something worthwhile. Look at that, green and gold. In Australia you can't do better. The budgie. Well, we could put up a little bit of wattle. That's green and gold too. But look at those budgies. They don't have budgie smugglers, but they are such a spectacular bird. Well, that's how I do my green screen. Cheers.